Welcome back to World of Warcraft, Burning Crusade Classic Blind. Starting out today in Hellfire Peninsula, because we need to bring some information over here to the Cenarium Post.
How may I help?
The news you bring about Naga activity in Zangarmarsh is dire. Lucille was wise in sending word to us. She hasn't forgotten what the expedition cannot exist without the Circle's support. Return to the marsh. Return to Lucille and let her know that help will be extended to her as soon as it is possible. Affairs in Moonglade and Silithus have kept our members occupied. We will do our best to send the necessary resources to the Cenarian Refuge. Return to Lucille Winged Singer, Cenarian Refuge in Zangarmarsh.
Good luck, friend.
Well, that's easy enough. 5,400 experience just for walking over here. Can't complain about that. Now we just walk back. I think that I thought that quest was over at the temple. But I guess that's less of the Cenarian guys over there. So that's a reasonable location for that quest to go to. And it was nice of them to not have me have to go all the way to Darnassus or whatever. Because that would have been quite the trip. A short walk just across the border here. I can manage that. Let's see what they have to say about this. Very likely that this is going to be chaining into dungeon quests. So I'm probably going to say that for a bit later. But good to have them. And we made it through the entire inn without getting off the mount again.
Goddess bless you.
Return to the marsh. Your welcome sight, Eric Erickson. Matters at the Cenarian Refuge have only gotten worse since you left. I just left. What do you mean? How have things gotten significantly worse in the last few minutes? I swear. Alright, what we can get? Leather boots of magic. Got some mail of magic. Spell critical strike. That's not useful. And some plate shoulders with a little less armor, +2 strength, +3 stamina, but -19 agility. So I'd say 19 agility is probably better than 2 strength and 3 stamina. So we'll just choose which one of these is the most expensive to sell off. And I guess we can also look at what it looks like cosmetically. Failed incursion. I guess she did say that they were going to be sending people to go deal with it. So here we go. I sent a small group of druids to investigate the drain you discovered inside of Serpent Lake. They're expected to return shortly after. Needless to say, they did not. You're amongst our most capable allies. I ask you to seek them and find out what became of them. So Windsinger wants you to look for signs of Cenarian expedition druids near the entrance to Coilfang Reservoir.
A shot for life.
Okay. This is why we're the only capable people in the entire world. They send some other druids to go take care of it. Immediate failure. Well, that is unfortunate. That's actually the dungeon quests. We might very well be able to get in there and actually complete that quest without doing dungeon stuff. So I'll probably try that. We got the Twin Spire Breath blessing for 5% more damage. Very good. And let's see what these shoulder pads look like. Ooh, they're pretty spiky. Not bad. Matches a little bit better with the helmet, but still. Everything together is just continues to be a mess. But that's okay. Alright. As for quests that I want to immediately work on, I've got Withered Giants, the Lightning Bug Wings, and this Black Sting. The Black Sting was south of the towers. Okay. I'll wander around, looking for the bugs. Suppose we could. We're gonna be fighting a decent amount of stuff, so let's get all our buffs going. Might as well. Stamina and spirit, sure. Only managed to get half of the wings we wanted last time we tried it. Hopefully we can get a little bit more lucky this time. That'd be nice. We're gonna be sticking with the lower level ones, because I seem to have much better luck getting the wings from them. Even though the quest did specifically say any of them would be fine. And we're immediately off to a good start. So I got the crazy glowing blood that they give me. I could see that being really annoying for anybody that wants to be invisible and doing stealth and all that. That is not us. So I am perfectly fine. I see him right here behind the mushroom. Look at that charge. There we go. Yeah, as only level 60s, they are not particularly dangerous for me. We are doing fantastic at getting this quest done. That is 3 for 3. Can we go 4 for 4 getting quest items as drops? We get our blood glowing again, which is also winning, I've decided. Hey, very good. Okay. So are these the Twin Spire ruins? Yeah, those would be what they're talking about in the Black Sting quest. Just to the south of the glowing Draenei Towers, to the west, just north of the Feral Fen Village. Okay. That is a fantastic amount of information. There's not a road down here. Just kind of go that way. We just make our way through the marsh. It'll be fine. There's the sentry. Try not to bother them. Yeah, cross through the Naga area here. We can be on our way. The general location is going to be anyways, so this is fine. A lot less spiky than the border to the north was. Much more just regular ol' mountain with some mushrooms on it. That was the lagoon. Yep. We fought a marsh thing over here. There's probably gonna be the Feralfen village over here then. We're gonna be in the right area. And this wasn't a group quest, so we should be okay in that regard too. Bloodthirsty marsh thing following me. Out of here. Feralfen hunters. Oh, they've got the cool spore bats as their hunter pets. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Very similar village to the other ones we've seen of these. Back to the path here. South of the towers, north of Feralfen village. One giant wasp appeared out of nowhere. Okay. We're pretty much in the right spot then. Oh, there he is.
I'm out of range.
Let's get you backed up away from any of the Feralfen over there. Don't need them interfering. We were facing the wrong direction. That's not helping. What did you do? Black blood. No cells of invisibility. All stats decreased by 10%. Damage taken reduced by 10%. So kind of a tanking mess. And then a regular poison. Very fun. And there's Black Sting Stinger. Fantastic. Right. So that was at Telrador. That was at Telrador. So the last one we had over here was also Telrador. We'll kill some withered giants. Those are going to be back over in the Dead Mire. Also, while I'm over there, I want to look over the side of the world again. Just to remind us that we are, in fact, on some crazy floating over the abyss kind of place. Even though we can't see the crazy sky since it's always raining here. But then I also want to see what's up with this entrance into Blade's Edge. We got another entrance to Blade's Edge now, which is also conveniently along a flight path. But this one's also close-ish to a flight path. Definitely not as good as the Orbor Hard Bridge, though. So that's something to keep in mind for when we start wanting to head to another new area. It's really going to come down to how the levels for quests progresses here. Since we're only in our second of 4, we're only in the second of 7 areas, and we're nearing level 64 at this point. And we're not done with this zone by a long shot, so. Whether or not we just finish the quests here, and then if we're already over level for Terakar Forest, we'll have to find out. Yeah, there's all these other areas we haven't been to yet. And this one's also directly connected to Hellfire Peninsula, and we got quests there already. So, presumably it would also be level appropriate currently for Terakar Forest. Another thing to worry about later. Okay, we've taken the wrong path to get to the Dead Mire. So I guess we'll go up here first, since we're here. What does this path into Spiky Land look like? Looks like it was going to be a cave. A winding road up into the spikes. Night's Edge Mountain. Blades Run. Sounds like a great place to go. Yeah, this guy here is more normal. Interesting. Oh, who are you? PvP. What are you doing? Oh, 65 spider. The giant spider cave? Yeah. Let's not mess with level 65 spider cave. Maybe some other time. There's a stinger for that quest. Alright. Now we can head to the Dead Mire. Back down the spiky ramp. And it starts raining. And we're back in the marsh. Zinger Marsh. It's interesting no quests have dealt with these Fen Striders yet. They are very, very unique looking fellows. They just kind of walk around. They're aggressive, but as long as you leave them alone. Into the Dead Mire. Oh boy. Specifically looking for the Withered Giants. Can do. Yeah, very bleak place indeed. As a bog lord. Guess that doesn't count. Alright, Withered Giant. Level 61. Pretty crazy looking. I was doing osmosis, whatever that is. What are you gonna do? Okay. Ow. Just lands on top of me. Don't think we need to worry about the Bog Lords. I mean, I guess we kind of do need to worry about the Bog Lords, in as much as
Not ready yet.
fighting them, it doesn't actually help us with our quest. I mean, reputation with Sporgar. Okay. Let me figure out what this osmosis thing's doing. So that's probably pretty important. See if I can hover over it when he's doing it next time. There's the blood scale. Health leached over 5 seconds. Okay. Leader of the blood scale. I don't think we have that one. We got Dying Balance and Chieftain Maki is our group quest right now. We run around. Another person. Lots of activity in the Dead Mire, which is definitely something. These guys don't seem too bad. You're gonna have to leech a lot more than that to get out of here. Withered Basidium. Begins a quest. Okay. He's a withered bogler from the Dead Mire. Alright, what do you got? A close inspection of the Basidium There's a number of indentations that have once held something. The alien mass of fungus presents something of a puzzle. It's far from healthy. We have little clue as to what function it might normally perform. Perhaps someone more familiar with the dozens of Zengarmarsh will be able to tell you more about the Basidium. Back in Teldor. Okay. Well, I was going to be heading to Teldor after finishing this quest anyways, because that's where all the turn-ins are. So that works out nicely for me. A mote of life. I don't know if we need all these different kinds of motes. We get the fire and the earth motes just from mining. But we've seen like shadow motes, water motes, life motes. Motes. Scout Jacob is over here, dead. Now.
I can't do that yet. Not ready yet.
There's a parched tundra behind me. Wonder what all these bones are for. Probably something pretty big. Bog Lord. This might be another one of those instances where we need to fight the different things to get new things to spawn. There we go. Still got some withered giants here, so I can make do. We're halfway done, at any rate. Here, a Bog Lord Tendril. Fascinating. Bladed fungus. Creeping moss. Got some interesting drops, all things considered. Don't know if this would be like a farming spot, perhaps. Really have never done much farming for anything. Like, I just mostly come across things while doing quests. Ooh, a living essence. That's pretty valuable.
I'm out of range.
I'll take that. Auction price of 4 gold. That's pretty cool. It does also make things a little bit awkward when a quest enemy is also somewhere where people grind for drops and money and such. Because then sometimes there's just a whole bunch of people farming the drops, making everything awkward. But I seem to be doing mostly okay. Need 2 more. It's a Bog Lord. It's a Bog Lord. This could be a statue and not a creature. Possibly. I don't really need to fight 2 at the same time. I'm gonna try to avoid that.
Far away.
here, Boglord. Roots him. How are you? Hello, Snake. Okay, nice. All 12. We got some stompers over here. Marsh Rock Stompers. Over here, near the edge of the world. Which I'm going to not get too close to. Yep. Yep, that is Oblivion down there. Into the abyss. And all that. Let's not head down there. Okay. So now we can return to Teledor. Some pretty good stuff. All things considered. Leave me alone. I'm leaving. Back into the not so dried out portions of the marsh. Just gonna cut straight through. Really need paths right now. I can see the elevator from here. Yeah. At least on this side of the marsh, nothing is concerningly dangerous. I can just kind of walk around. Also convenient that the water isn't deeper, which would make things a lot more awkward. Having to get off your mount constantly. Would definitely go for paths if that was the case. We're pretty much good to go here. Back up the fancy elevator. They've got all these levels, which there doesn't really seem to be a way to get to any of those. Just more scenery, I suppose. Okay, let's turn in these quests.
What's on your mind?
Black Sting's Bane. Managed to get the stinger? Remember, it's useless to me if it's damaged. Yes, I have. I can't thank you enough, lad. I'm going to enjoy this. Alright. Black Sting shoulders. Agility, intellect, and less strength. A plate waist. Pretty similar in the armor department to my fell iron, but less strength, less stamina, some intellect and magic instead of the bonus to melee hit rating. So probably not that one. Agility, stamina, hit rating, and basically 14 strength. A lot less armor, less agility, less stamina, less strength, some hit rating. Or these, cloth, magic. Not too excited by any of these in particular. Let's take the most expensive one, which is the Black Sting shoulders.
Off with you. Great to meet you.
And he has no more random beast hunting quests to complete.
See you soon.
Let's see what these shoulders look like. Pretty fancy. Matches a little bit with the pole arm, but again, still, nothing really matches in general. It is a day of shoulder pads today. Why not? Oh, there's another shoulder pad we can take. Thank you for helping with this difficult task, Eric Erickson. Our work in the Deadmire is not yet done, but our efforts will focus on doing what we can to restore balance to the area. We got Leather of Magic. Got some male wrists with agility, intellect, and 12 strength, which is less attack power, no stamina, less intellect. Here's a waist. Which is same armor, less strength and stamina for a +1 melee hit rating. And cloth shoulders of magic. Okay, we're sacrificing like 50 silver, but I am going to take another shoulder just to continue this.
Good health, long life.
What's this one look like? Smaller, and a little bit of purple going on, which it really doesn't match with anything. Amazing. Alright, can we get some more shoulders? I'm looking for shoulders today. Here's this thing I found. What do you think about that? What does you have there, Eric Erickson? It is a withered basidium. Ain't that something? It looks like the basidium of a bog giant, but I haven't seen one in this condition before. I've heard that the giants in the Deadmire have begun to wither, but it's far more advanced than I expected. The Deadmire was once a lake, like the others in the marsh, and served as the spawning ground for the giants. With the waters receding, it seems the changes are preventing the giants from sporing. If this continues, the giants may disappear entirely. Withered Flesh. Good quest name. We must determine how far the damage has spread. The basidium you brought me comes from a bog giant. Their larger, hardier cousin, the bog lords, should prove more resistant to the degradation that struck the giants. It'd be good to know more how the changes in the Deadmire have affected the other creatures out there too. Turn to Deadmire and see if you can get samples from the bog lords and the Hydra in the area. Easy enough. 5 parched Hydra samples and 5 withered bog lord samples.
May your days be long and your hardships few.
Hopefully that's going to be a every time kind of drop, but we'll see. The previous quest was just a kill axe, so.
May the light embrace you.
And here is your wings. And did you gather any Anachronist wings? Yes, I did. Thank you, Eric Erickson. Hallroom smiles sympathetically. At least you don't have to clean them. That's the worst job of the lot. Once it's done, you'd never know they were attached to a giant insect.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Ooh, we're revered with Ironforge. That was Exodar reputation. Interesting. Let's look at our reputations here then. Ironforge, revered. Cool. I'm sure that has some implications. Made a nice little show of it happening, so cool. Might just be that they're both alliance groups and reputation with one goes to the other ones too. Withered Flesh. That should be easy enough to get done. Again, assuming it's one for one here. If not, it'll be okay. Getting pretty close to that next level now. No, fairly close, I guess. Still gonna be a little bit. Fine, I'll kill you. Fine, I'll kill both of you. Or maybe not. Man, he's just punching me like crazy. We got some fertile spores. Cool. And this is a good opportunity to refresh our well-fed buff. So that's convenient. Take a whole bunch of damage just in time to need to eat a piece of food. I believe that's called strategy. Alright. Back into the dead mire. The mire might be dead, but there's still some signs of life in here. Although by the sounds of it, perhaps not for long. There's a Hydra. A heat wave. What's that gonna do? Chance to hit reduced by 35%. That's not great. Doesn't last too long though, so not a huge problem. We did not get the drop there. You even bigger? I think this guy's even bigger. My goodness. Pushing me around. Very rude. And we got a sample. Oh Lord. Looks like he might be doing thunderclap or something. He has osmosis too. Wouldn't be surprised if that was even a more powerful version of that. That'd make a lot of sense. Not powerful enough though. From only targeting the giants to not targeting the giants at all. What a thing. Sample. Getting pushed back is suboptimal for me. They seem to be significantly more powerful than the other ones. Which makes sense. They're bigger, stronger. That all checks out. Got some of these edible stalks. Just sitting inside, having a swell time underneath this bog lord here. Just hanging out. Past you. These guys are strong enough that I would not want to aggro additional enemies at the same time. So hopefully we can avoid that. There's plenty of Hydras here. They're definitely the most noticeable, since the Giants and Boglords are similar looking. Okay.
Too far away.
Another Boglord sample. Doing good on Boglord samples. Need more of the Hydra samples. So far they're not in any way a rare drop, so that's at least something we got going for us. Now we're gonna miss attacks. Parched Hydra sample. Looks like terrifying meat. So that's great.
I'm out of range.
The extra 5% damage bonus. Always nice. I'll take what I can get.
Too far away.
Let's make sure we've got him weakened with Demoralizing Shout. Don't need to take a whole bunch of extra damage. Okay. We also continue to get a bunch of extra unidentified plant parts, which we can turn in. Don't know if we can really get much particularly great from that, but still. Better than nothing, I suppose. Heal back up. Look at all the withered giants that I don't care about anymore. The Hydras would be skinnable.
I need to get closer.
Not that we have skinning. You're watching really close to the other Hydra. Shoot. Enemies are large enough. I would expect their aggro radius to be pretty large too. We're gonna try to avoid aggroing multiple things. That would definitely be for the best. Another mode of life. Cool.
Too far away.
Only need one more from the Boglords. Let's go with one of these. That's not the right button anymore. Was going for Blood Rage, but I've changed where that is. Alright. We carry on.
I can't do that.
a continuing work in progress. Action bars and whatnot. Where's this Boglord? We only got 2 for the Hydra parts. Which isn't great. Style shop going. Yeah, it only heals 400 damage. Oh, we got a lot of stuff there. Spined Ring of the Invoker. Which is similar to this one we already had. This one is intellect, spell damage, healing, and spell critical strike. And it's not bound, unlike this other one we had. This has a had a decent auction price. Be able to get something for that. Oh, wait, here we go. It's time for a potion. Okay. Alright. I think we're gonna be okay. Definitely think we need that potion there. See if we can do this right this time. Blood Rage Bandage. More rage. More health. All good. And we just need the Hydras.
Too far away.
Okay. Over there's fighting some Boglords. Also got this broken longbow, which even though it's broken, we still can't use. I mean, it's broken, so one would think you couldn't use it at all, but seemingly not the case. Level 64. Well, we're almost there. We could almost use this broken bow. We're almost capable of doing that. Hydra parts. Where are you at? Going to have to bank/sell things pretty soon here. Inventory's getting a bit cramped. That's another piece of that. Another Blood Rage Bandage. Pretty effective. Even if the bandage doesn't heal me for all my health.
Too far away.
Heals 2,800. Yeah, that's less than half, really. It's still okay. It's a lot faster than the food, so. Pros and cons. Pros and cons. There's the 4th sample. One more. right next to each other, you can definitely see the Bog Lords significantly bigger. And there's the sample. Alright. And get back out of the dead mire again. And see if there's any new information to be gained from these samples. Miloon! I'm leaving. Okay. Back to Telverdor. It's pretty much this way. I mean, it's exactly this way. There is literally an arrow on my minimap that I can use. So that's convenient. Avoid some of these fen striders. Back through the marsh. So if the water levels were higher before, like how much higher are we talking? There's not exactly a lot of elevation going on around here. They have to be like only a few inches, really. Like enough to be noticeable. Anyways, back up here. And turn in this quest.
Open your heart to the light.
Were you able to gather the samples? Yes, they look terrifying. Rom examines the samples, looking distressed. It's exactly as I'd feared, Eric Erickson. The drying environment is taking a heavy toll on creatures never meant to live outside swampy environments. We'll have to continue to monitor the area and consult with the Syrian expedition to see if anything can be done.
Safe journey.
Fair enough. Okay. So that seems to be pretty much all the quests in Cenarian Refuge and Telverdor. So we're going to continue heading further west. First is going to be checking down in the Coilfang Reservoir, see if we can complete this quest without having extra people. Then after that, looks like we're pretty much moving on to quests from War Harbridge and some group quests. I'll probably find some more stuff out here at the edge of the world. So, very likely, new places to explore, new stuff to see, including the entrance to this area's dungeon. Next time. Goodbye.